was kind of the start of it, and it really just snowballed from there. I just continued to use GarageBand on my iPad for a couple years. In 2019, I started producing on my MacBook Pro, and I got like better softwares. 2020, during the pandemic, COVID, I got Logic Pro X, and I started just making a song every month. That's when I started to put my music out publicly, and I just remember the reception was really good. And really, for the past 5 years, I've just like continually gotten better at music production, sound design, arrangement, vocal processing. I've gotten better at myself just vocal recording. So all my music is under my full name. I'll put that on the screen. I'll put my Spotify probably because I use that the most. But yeah, that's how I got into music production. ASMR. Really, I started doing a YouTube channel like end of 2023. I started a podcast called Give Me the Keys. It was so dumb. It was like, I shouldn't say that. It was really silly and like low level, and it was my first podcast. It was my first YouTube channel. I was really just kind of experimenting, but also like going through some pretty monumental transformations in my adulthood and maturity. I know, kind of crazy, but anyways, after I made that YouTube channel, it wasn't really successful. Like, it didn't really like connect with an audience, and so I've always been like, I've wanted to like grow some sort of social media or YouTube specifically, and so I just thought ASMR was a perfect fit because I have the background in audio now, because I like to make videos, because I'm kind of like more of an introverted, quieter person. This just makes more sense. Like, this is really like easy and natural for me. So anyways, that was a long-winded question. Answer to your question. Thank you so much, Shugimoto Just Immortal. I love you so much. Good question. Next question comes from Lath Hey 4169. They said, what goals and milestones must you achieve in order to feel happy and content with your decision to do ASMR? My ultimate goal with ASMR is to make you feel good and relaxed. I think I've already achieved that, but that goal continues to expand out across more people. I know there are people who have not found my channel yet. That's where I need your help to hype the videos, share them, like them. That all helps my small channel get seen by more people. But I want to improve the world and make the world a better place and create a cozy, entertaining, relaxing environment for people. I just feel like the world is so stressed out right now and confused, and there's just so much negative news going around the world, and I just want to like give people a safe place. And if I can do that, then I would say that this channel is a success. I want to reach more people though. I'm grateful for 3,000 subs, but I really want to reach way more people than this. So that's my milestone goal. If I had to say a number, 100,000 subscribers. Someone on the internet, 28, said, if you were reborn, what would you do differently? And what do you do in your free time? If I were reborn, I would come back as a saber-toothed tiger. And then what do I do in my free time? I am quite the hobbyist. I have a lot of hobbies. I'll start with the most common, like the most frequent hobbies, and then I'll go to the least common. My daily, like every day, is I love to work out, specifically weightlifting. I played football in high school, and I got into the gym and weightlifting through that sport, and I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm not like competing for anything. I just love going to the gym and lifting weights. Like, I've put on some muscle over the years. I've been lifting since I was a freshman in high school in 2010. 16 years. I've been lifting weights for 16 years. I just like the process. I love the like mindset of just like, I'm going to work out. It's just so natural and safe and comfortable to me to go work out at the gym, to put in headphones to like stretch my body, to push myself to feel my muscles burning. I love it. Other hobbies. Since I moved to Colorado, I really like hiking. I've gotten into that the last few years. I do have a hiking channel on YouTube. It's called Alec on Trails. If you want to check that out after you finish this video. I really love hiking. I love being creative. I like to produce music and record. I also like to make videos. I do read pretty often. I like to read every day. I start every day by going down and reading my comments from you guys, looking at the feedback on the videos, and then I usually will bring a book. I like to read psychology. I like to journal as well. I've been writing since I was in college, so I like to keep just like a record, a journal. And then that's all like my personal hobbies. Joint hobbies with my wife. We like to watch this podcast called Kill Tony. It's a live podcast. We also like to go rock climbing, camping. We also play disc golf together. That's like one of the best things that my wife and I bond over. That's just so fun is disc golf. We love to play disc golf. We also like to play board games. We are big Yahtzee categories and backgammon. We love to play those games. So that's a little bit about what I do in my free time. Thank you for your question. Okay, next question comes from @LacedPedal. We're familiar with Lace Pedal. We like them. They asked, what's the most bizarre experience you had with neighbors? Ooh, that's a good question. Growing up, there was this one experience. So my sister, I have an older sister, she's 4 years older than me. I want to say I was in like 3rd grade, so I'm like 8 years old. She's probably like, maybe she's 14 and I'm 10, something like that. Anyways, we snuck out in the middle of the night. She asked me to with her friend. We snuck out. My dad had just given me my first like pocket knife, like I'm a little kid, and he gave me this pocket knife, and my sister was like, we're gonna sneak out and I want you to bring your pocket knife. And I'm just like a little kid. I'm like, okay, Jen, if she ever finds this, she'll kill me for telling the story. But anyways, we sneak out and then we go. It was like Christmas time. It was like around the holidays, and this neighbor that we didn't like had these inflatables, and he had like the reindeer inflatables in his yard, and my sister had this vendetta against him, and like she ran up and like stabbed the inflatable. So dumb. And then we got in trouble. We got caught. That was a pretty bizarre experience for sure. Yeah, I literally like wasn't even like conscious of the decision. Like I kind of knew it was wrong, but at the same time I'm like, it's my sister. I'm just gonna do what she says. She's older than me. She should have gotten in more trouble. I feel like it was more her idea and more her fault. But I did participate in it, and I felt really bad about it actually, so that's mean. Like why would we do that to someone's Christmas inflatable? That's insane. Anyways, next question comes from Eli. He asked, what is a dream you have let go of and how do you feel about it now? Ooh, a dream I let go of. I would love to be financially free. Like, I really don't like working. I know that's kind of a crazy thing to say, but I really despise the idea of like trading my life and my time for like a wage. Like I don't like that trade-off. Like I really, really wish that I could opt out of the whole money thing. Like I just don't care about money. Like I do not want money. I care about my time and energy and like being present and being able to love people. Like that's what matters to me. I just don't care about money. I don't want it. I wish I didn't even have to interact with it. I'd rather Hosiaka. This is a new person. They said if you had a warning label, what would it say? Highly disagreeable and anxious at times. And they also said, they asked another question. They asked a few questions. They said, what do you want to be remembered for? I want to be remembered for inspiring people to be creative and encouraging people to go against the grain, to think for themselves, to live meaningful, fulfilled lives. I want to be remembered for being a humble servant to God, someone who was very selfless, somebody that gave their heart and soul to becoming better, to helping people, to making the world a better place. And they also said if you had to change your name, what would you choose? Marcello. 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 I think the name Marcello, one, it's super Italian, so it fits me. It would fit me. But I just think the name Marcello is like chef's kiss of a name. Holy cow, Marcello is such a good name. My wife thinks it's really dumb. I wanted to name our son Marcello when we have kids, and she was like, no. Marcello Zafiro. That'd be like Marcello Pepperoni Zafiro, a very Italian name. Okay, next question comes from @BlueCats. What type of media do you consume? Like, what music do you listen to, or what shows or movies do you watch? I listen to hip-hop and trap music and kind of sad hip-hop, sad rap, like emotional rap. Growing up, my favorite artist, like my Mount Rushmore of artists, were Kid Cudi, Kanye, Drake, and Travis Scott. That's like the most cliche rap fandom, but I was also into like Machine Gun Kelly. I really liked Frank Ocean and Tyler the Creator when they started making music. They were just so like unreal. And I was in high school when they started making music, and I just loved Odd Future. I thought it was just so funny how shocking they were, especially when it comes to their lyrics. I also really liked Eminem and Lil Wayne. Like, growing up, these were just like the people in rap music that we looked up to, that my friends looked up to. Oh, I was also a huge Mac Miller fan. R.I.P. Mac Miller. So sad that he's gone, but as far as production goes, I am a huge Travis Scott fan. Like, the psychedelic kind of trippy trap of Travis Scott, and like the texture of his vocals, his production is phenomenal. I really like all of his visuals. Like, I know Travis Scott is kind of overplayed, and ever since like the Fortnite feature, he's kind of become a meme a little bit, but I have liked Travis Scott since 2015 when I was in college. I just remember hearing Al Faro and Days Before Rodeo, especially Days Before Rodeo. I was just like, this guy is on something else. I thought his concept of like grandiosity and like struggle and just like living a very like fast and emotional life and being confused and just having a lot of high energy, like I feel like that a lot. So anyways, that's what kind of music I like. What shows or movies do you watch? I don't really watch shows or movies. I do watch Kill Tony podcast every week, every Monday. My wife and I like to watch that. That's a live podcast. It's kind of a show, but I don't really like series. Like, I don't like committing to series. I don't. And for some reason, I'm just not into movies. I don't know what it is, but I always just find myself not captivated by movies. When I do watch a movie, I usually like to go back and watch a classic, like a movie that has been vetted through for decades. Like, when I watch a movie, I don't want it to be a new movie that just came out this year or within the last decade. Like, I watched Pulp Fiction, which, like, my whole life I've heard people say like Pulp Fiction is a great movie, and so I wait until I've heard that a movie is a classic and great. I wait until there's like all this evidence that I'm gonna have the joy of being like, I get to watch one of the best movies ever, and it's like new to me, and I know it's a good movie. Like, I love just like saving up for just really, really good movies that are proven by the public. It's kind of a weird way to do it, I know, but that's what I think about movies. Okay, at Cameron Webster, he asked, where's the most beautiful place you have been? Somewhere you can think of in such detail and smell the air or same emotions you felt. Wow, I would say where I live now, Colorado. I have been in the last 3 years, I've been in some phenomenal places in the state of Colorado. Like Ouray, Telluride, Crested Butte, Breckenridge, Aspen, yeah, just amazing mountain towns, and I've spent so much time just hiking in the mountains, and I've had so many moments where I literally just like detach from my body, and I'm just like pure consciousness out in nature, and I'm just like, I am one with it. I know that's cliche, but I've had a lot of those experiences. I've had so many moments where I'm like alone. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this, but like it's very rare that you're ever alone entirely. Like no one with you, no phone service, no one in like within miles and miles of your radius. I've had many moments out in nature where I'm just like, I don't even feel like a human. I feel like I'm literally something else, if that makes sense. So those are all the emotions I felt. Thank you, Cameron. Thank you, Cam. You freak. I love you. At Lord Lexion asked, I wonder what hobbies outside of ASMR. Okay. Well, we already kind of touched on that. I got into disc golf. I do play disc golf. It's one of the more random things that I do. I started playing that back in high school with my friends. A lot of my hobbies, like when I started, I was really bad at these things. Like, I'm actually pretty good at disc golf now. I was really weak when I started lifting weights. I'm actually like pretty damn strong now. And same thing with music. Like when I started making music, I was awful, and now I'm like pretty freaking good compared to the average person. And like same thing with ASMR. So like, if I could give any advice to you guys, if you don't have hobbies, like you're supposed to suck at something when you start doing it. Like when you get a new hobby, you are supposed to be really bad. The key to cultivating skill and experience in hobbies is that you continue to do them over time despite being bad at them. And if you do that year over year, you end up becoming like really good. And then it's like when you have free time, you have like all these options of things that you can get into and do. So I think it's really important that people have hobbies. I feel like people are having less and less hobbies nowadays. Like playing video games, I don't even really count as a hobby. I mean, I guess it can be, but like watching TV and playing video games aren't really good hobbies, in my opinion. But no offense if you're playing video games. At Mr. Alexander said that he likes my videos. Thank you. Mr. Alexander has kind of come out of nowhere, and he's been leaving me lots of comments, so thank you, Mr. Alexander. His question is, I haven't seen a single pigeon since the pandemic. Where are they sending them? Has the government turned them into something they're not? I love pigeons. I must encounter them again to experience my long-lost joy, Alec. I don't know where you live, Mr. Alexander. I've been seeing these pigeons around here in Colorado. We've got rock pigeons. Hate to break the news to you, but birds are not real. Birds are not real. They are spying on us. And so, since the pandemic, maybe they had to replace the batteries or update the software in them. But, yeah, good observation, my friend. Good observation. Alright, 2 more questions here. Thank you guys so much. I cannot wait to continue to make ASMR for you guys. This is 3K. I can't wait till we're at 30K. I mean, I hope this channel just explodes and I can continue to please the small, tiny eardrums of all you humans out there. I love you so much. At Mernon Sunshine said he's happy for I have no idea what this show is even about. So comment and let me know what it's about. Okay, last question. This is an interesting person here. I have not seen this person before, but she left me some phenomenal questions. And she was the first one to leave me questions. So thank you, Cassababy, however you say your name, for these questions. I will do my best to answer them to your liking and pleasure. What qualities do you admire most in others? Honesty, authenticity, and creativity. What's one thing you will never get tired of talking about? ASMR. And sales psychology. I've been in sales the last 5 years. I really think it's interesting to talk with other salesmen about how they connect with people. How is public you different from private you? Not that different, to be honest. I tried to be as transparent as possible. Previously, not too long ago, I made a ramble video where I just laid out like all my woes. I think private me is a lot more introspective. Private me is like a lot more concerned with things that other people don't care about. I'm into some pretty like esoteric and weird concepts. I've gone down some major rabbit holes when it comes to philosophy and religion and yeah, just like esoteric concepts. But in like body language, I really like body language. And like private me is just into some really weird stuff that public me can't really talk about casually because it's just so abstract and like specific. So I guess private me is a lot more deeper than public me is a lot more surface level. And then what's your favorite conspiracy? I love the Bohemian Grove conspiracy. And really, I mean, 9/11 is just so obviously like an inside job. It's just like not even funny. Like how is anyone even defending that that's like a real thing that happened? Obviously it's real, it happened. But like the building coming down, come on. It's like the most obvious controlled demolition ever. And then building 7. And the fact, don't even get me started. This is such a good question. Don't even get me started. But obviously 9/11. Bush did 9/11. We all know that. Anyways, that's the end of the